What is up, knife community? This is Blade Love from the Sharpest Edge, and I have to wish y'all a very happy Christmas in July. And why am I doing that? Because for some reason it has been Christmas in July for me on eBay, finding some really nice Ontario discontinued knives. So I am going to start today's video with the Ontario SP4-95 naval knife. So let's check this puppy out right here, right now, at the Sharpest Edge. So if you've been watching my videos for a while, everybody knows what my favorite knife is. The Okc MK3 USN naval knife. By, of course, who else? Ontario Knives. And it is a very sturdy and rugged knife, and it is just a tank. Well built, a perfect DDC size, and just has everything you would ever need in this one blade. Now, there was a company, actually I should say a company subdivision called Spec Plus from Ontario Knives. And this one is actually the USN naval knife SP4. And what's really neat about this one is they used the old blades, the blades that predecessed this guy here. You can see it's a swoop. And the reason they went from the swoop blade to this cut particularly is because for some reason people who did not know how to use their knives and avoid prying kept breaking the tip off. I have yet to break a tip off one of my knives. And that's because I was taught how to use them. You don't pry with a knife. You don't over abuse a knife. You handle the knife for which the intent it was built for. Cutting, slicing, sawing on the spine there. What I enjoy most about this knife is they brought the first generation blade here and then put a really nice rubberized grip on it. And I just like the feel, the fit, forward and reverse hand. Not to mention, it is still a very nice collectible, which is going to be going into my collector's case for Ontario Knives. And the sheath is very nice as well. It's a hybrid sheath, leather and nylon. And the knife does fit extremely well and has two security attachment points. One primary to go over, if my hands will work today, there we go, to go over, of course, the handle grip there, and then one to just go around the knife handle itself. So that was a really nice find on eBay, and I really enjoy it. So that's going to go into my collection. And of course, here is the USN MK3. I still carry this one. Still carried every day. Still in nice shape. Still no tip broken. Because, again, I know how to use a knife. And I know the proper ways to utilize a knife and to maintain my gear properly and appropriately so it will last my lifetime. I'll be back in a few moments with some final thoughts. There are so many knives out in the knife world that it's just mind-boggling. I mean, there are knives for throwing, there are knives for chopping, there are specific knives for slicing and dicing, as in chef knives and such. There are knives that are specifically daggers that are meant just to penetrate. There are, of course, knives that are meant to penetrate armor, like tanto knives and such. And it boggles the mind. But to me, the care of any knife is paramount to maintain and ensure that that knife will last you for the rest of your lifetime and possibly be passed down to the next generation. Now, this knife has been obviously taken well care of. The condition of it is superb. The sheath is even well conditioned. It's just a very nice knife, and someone showed some love, and I was more than happy to pick it up and continue the love with that knife. My Okc MK3, I continue to carry this. I cut with it. I do some saw tasks with it depending on what I want to cut through. I hammer with the back. It's actually meant to do that. It is a very formidable knife, a tank, and it was built well by Ontario Knife Company. That being said, that doesn't mean that I just abuse the crap out of this knife and decide to pry open a can or use it to cut a strap on a can of ammo that's made of steel by pushing the blade down in and rocking it. No, no, no. No prying, no abusing. Use what the blade is meant for. Now, that doesn't mean that all knives have to be used the same way. But very important to remember, I don't care what knife steel you have. I don't care what blade you have. If you don't maintain your gear and equipment, it will fail you. It definitely will fail you. Case in point, one of my buddies, he always has this beautiful K-bar knife that he keeps in his leather sheath, thrown in the back of his truck in the toolbox. He takes that one day and it is, lo and behold, full of rust and corrosion. After me telling him 25 million times you do not keep a knife in a leather sheath for prolonged periods of time. Or if you're going to do it, at least give it a good coating of frog lube or something that will last long enough. Even Ballistol will do a great job. I prefer not to leave it in a leather sheath for prolonged periods of time because of the reaction with skin, oils, and acidic. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. And obviously it didn't work for him, and now it's coming to the shop and I'm going to clean it up for him and get it back to normal. So it's just a constant argument that I see in the knife community about, well, I have a knife, I just throw it in my glove compartment, or I throw it in the back of my truck, and I don't take care of my knife, so, well, when you withdraw it and you need it the most, that's when it's going to have its issues. Especially if you use a knife incorrectly, like prying it, and prying with the tip to open a can, like a can of paint or whatever. I've seen a lot of the torture tests. Of course, Cold Steel does those torture tests on purpose so that they can show what their knives are capable of. Peterbilt Knife Guy does a whole bunch of really cool torture tests on knives. He actually hammers his knife through conduit, nails, brass bolts, and steel nuts. I mean, he really puts them through abuse to show what they are capable of doing. Now, you would think that the smart individual would learn and take a look at what he's doing and why he's doing it, because he's showing you that this knife is capable of handling above and beyond. But naturally, he gets the comments, well, that's not what the knife was built for. Well, of course not. Of course it's not. But he's not also going to take the knife out and use it like that every day. He's just showing the extreme circumstances. So it is just amazing to me the thought of some in our knife community, people that think that you can maintain a knife without proper maintenance. It's like maintaining a firearm. If you don't properly maintain that firearm, it's going to fail you. It's a machine. Just like this is a tool, and any tool not taken care of will eventually fail you. So this has been Blade Love from the Sharpest Edge. Thank you for watching the video, and I really hope you all have an awesome, awesome day. And always remember, be good to yourself, but especially be good to your knife. Take good care of it, lube it up, keep it out of leather sheaths, and be good to it. out for now.
You got the sharpest edges I've ever seen.